So she's at about $280,000 a month.
Okay.
Plus 2 luxury cars, luxury flights. Are you okay? Can you make it?
I don't know. What else we got?
That's ridiculous amount of money, man.
Is it enough for you to marry Ronaldo?
Yes. Is it enough for me to marry probably anybody? Yes.
Anyone?
It'd be hard not to.
What about your current relationship?
I think it'd be great. I've always wanted to be in a throuple. And so there you go. How about, Josh, can you find me a throuple prenup? Welcome back, guys, to Cases and Cocktails. This is episode number 42. Absolutely awesome. We made it that far, 42. I'm Bryan Eggleston. Here's my beautiful wife, Janice. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you, baby?
Doing wonderful today. Absolutely wonderful. I want to see if you are excited to talk a little bit more sports ball.
Yes, always.
Oh,
but a different
everybody at home is tired of listening to this, but it's come up now a couple times, so we wanted to talk about it again.
Yeah, it's in the news, current events.
All right, before we get started, we got a cocktail. Looks like a pink one.
It's a Cosmo with lime and cranberry.
Cosmo with lime and cranberry. This is very
Fernanda.
Very Fernanda.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. There you go.
It's pretty. That's good.
That's all you? Mm-hmm. I'm going to let you have that one. Woo!
It's not tequila.
Not tequila. All right. I guess you could do the same thing. Tequila? This is margarita?
No.
All right. I don't know. I don't know how the world works.
Skip the cranberry, more lime. Maybe you're just going to turn it into a margarita.
Right. Don't know how the world works. Talking a little bit about prenups again. We have another sports athlete, professional athlete, Ronaldo. Do you know what sport that is?
Soccer.
Nailed it. Fantastic.
Our oldest son's friend has a shirt. And that's how our jersey.
A jersey. There you go. He is engaged to Georgina Rodríguez. Georgina Rodríguez, actress, model, activist, maybe.
I think she's a model for like high-end luxury clothing lines.
Nice.
And there was a Netflix show or documentary or something.
Cool. Fantastic. So they're engaged.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Fantastic, right? Just like we talked a little bit with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We have some terms though that are unconfirmed.
Potentially leaked terms of a prenup that have floated around. So we're going to talk a little bit about that one specifically. And it's a lot.
It's not. First of all, how much money does Ronaldo make? How much money do you think he makes? Let's start there.
Soccer, way out of my wheelhouse at this point.
I bet his net worth is $1 billion. Is that fair?
$1 billion? There's just how many billionaires are there? Damn it! They're like.
Is that fair? I know he signed a huge contract with Saudi, and so I know he was getting money for that. He was doing well for himself before he got there. So I would have
doing soccer or
soccer.
Okay.
Soccer contracts are awesome because they're enormous in comparison to what other athletes are paid.
Like bigger than football?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
How much was his contract for?
Josh, how much was that?
So LinkedIn and another place has him at $1.45 billion.
He is a billionaire.
Yeah, his net worth is 1.45.
They're everywhere.
But Forbes published it at 275 million.
$275 million.
But that doesn't include, I don't think, that contract.
Right.
What was the Saudi contract for?
Give me a minute, I'll find it.
While he's looking that up, he's Ronaldo, by the way, 40 years old.
He's 40. So how do soccer contracts work? Do you know? Is it you get paid even if you don't play?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a thing where you get just a metric ton of money to play soccer.
Okay.
Don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of those contracts. I'm not sure how much of that's guaranteed.
It's like a full contact sport without gear. It's pretty serious.
Oh yeah. I'd be interested.
The contract, they don't have the number, but it includes a salary, commercial deals and equity stake in the team.
You got
Oh,
equity
he gets equity in the team.
in the team.
Ooh.
There you go.
So probably hundreds of millions.
Yeah. I think for some reason I thought I saw that reported somewhere. It's close to 900 million is what I thought it was.
So that's what puts them over the bill.
Yeah.
Okay, so this contract that
Yeah.
makes him a billionaire.
Yeah, I think so.
I see. I see.
So anyway, terms of the. By the way, if you were engaged to someone worth $1 billion, would you sign a prenup? Yes or no?
I would think it would be non-negotiable.
What do you mean? Like you'd have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think I would have to. I think I would do my best to make it as favorable to me as it
Right,
could. But I doubt, I mean, and I could be wrong, but I doubt that anyone that's worth that much is getting married without a prenup at this point.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. I can't imagine being worth $1 billion and not having a prenup.
Especially if you have ownership interest in businesses and stuff. Like I would think
Right.
that if you're responsible for
Oh,
those
yeah.
types of businesses, that they would almost require
Require
you
you
to
to-
do it so
yeah.
that there isn't litigation that involves them in the future.
I'd agree. Georgina Rodríguez, by the way, as a model, she engaged to Ronaldo, and allegedly the reported terms that are unconfirmed is that part of the prenup, she would receive a lifelong monthly allowance of over $114,000 a month.
Okay. So it's like spousal maintenance, but for life.
Speaking of spousal maintenance, there's actually an entire another section, another term for that. And this one includes a yearly lifestyle maintenance fund of $2 million.
Okay. So the $114,000 a year, what was that called?
Lifelong monthly allowance.
So an allowance.
An allowance.
$114,000. And then a yearly $2 million stipend.
Yes. And the best part about the stipend, it's not a stipend, it's yearly maintenance.
Okay.
She gets luxury cars and luxury flights. That's just an open-ended, assuming she gets a car and maybe a jet, access to a jet, probably access to a jet. You don't have to give her a jet, probably just access to a jet, right? And so what is that divided by 12? What's that? 160. So we got that plus 114,000. It's about $280,000 a month.
So far. Plus,
Right.
Plus all her cars and jets are taken care of.
Plus, sounds like it's 2 luxury cars, by the way. 2 is what it says here.
2 period or a year?
This says 2 luxury cars. Don't know if that's an annual thing. So she's at about $280,000 a month.
Okay.
Plus 2 luxury cars, luxury flights, meaning I assume it's access to a jet. First of all, are you okay with that? Are you living on that? Are you okay? Can you make it?
I don't know. What else we got?
That's ridiculous amount of money, man.
Do I have kids? Do I not have kids?
This is.
Is she going to keep working?
So this is allegedly. This would be there to ensure her financial security as well as their children in the event of a divorce. We don't have any of those terms. One of the other unconfirmed reported terms is that she would gain ownership of his La Finca mansion in Madrid, worth about $5.6 million.
Okay.
Right. So you'd have about $280,000 a month plus your house is paid for.
And cars and flights. Okay.
Cars and flights.
Assuming you want to live there. I mean, it might just be a vacation spot.
Is that enough now to get you to marry him? By the way, how much would it would
Wait,
take?
is the question-
It would take $0 for you to marry Ronaldo, wouldn't it?
No, I am married happily.
$0 at all. All right. Is that enough now to cover you financially? You think that's enough?
I don't know.
You think you live off that?
Nope.
You don't think so? Neither does she. This another unconfirmed reported term. She would get a alimony payout in the event of a separation of $50 million.
And none of this has any terms in it, right? It just says these are the numbers.
This is just the reported terms that are unconfirmed at this point.
50 million. Do you think that she has to be married to him for a certain amount of years before this kicks in?
I'm sure at some point this the way that I understand that this came about, this is what he initially offered her.
Ooh, so this isn't even final. This is just a first offer.
This is sort of his first attempt, I think, at negotiation on this. So,
okay, it's a couple $100,000 a month, a mansion, $50 million.
A couple hundred. It's the 280. It's damn near $300K a month plus
a couple $100,000
over a $5 million property paid for, plus
there's going to be
vehicles, plus flights. Right, there's maintenance on all of that. She's getting $280K a month. That's what you burn it 1 month, she gets another 280 anyway, and then she's going to get 50 on top of that.
Is it enough for you to marry Ronaldo?
Yes. Is it enough for me to marry probably anybody? Yes.
Anyone?
It'd be hard not to.
What about your current relationship?
I think it'd be great. I've always wanted to be in a throuple, and so there you go. How about Josh? Can you find me a throuple prenup? That work? There you go. See how that works.
Is it thruple? Duh.
Yeah, that's the nuance we're worried about. The pronunciation of
If
it.
you're gonna do it, you need to say it. You need
right.
to say it's the right thing.
Anyway,
Well, that's crazy.
Anyway, so those are the terms there.
So for me, when we do prenups for people where one person clearly is high net worth before they get married, oftentimes we'll do like buyouts, right? Like
right.
not buyouts, payouts. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you get divorced, you get X number of dollars. Yeah. But usually it's, if you've been married for 1 year, it's this much,
right.
2 years.
It's an escalator, right?
Yeah. And sometimes it's stair steps, 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
But there are also things that would void you getting anything out of the prenup.
Yeah.
So, if there's infidelity, and people will put random things in there.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
People will even put in there, if you're unable to have kids, then we're not doing this either.
Right, we're not doing it. Yeah, and there's a lot. Like I said, the nice part about doing a prenup is that you can craft it. There's a lot of opportunity for both parties. Sit down with their attorneys, come up with things that work for both of them, and kind of reach the agreement. So you don't think you think, hey, she knew there was going to be a prenup.
For sure.
This conversation, as we kind of previously talked about, not that difficult. Attorneys kind of sit down. This is his first volley.
What would your counter be?
Well, before I get there, here's this. I'll go back to what I said. I think it was last episode when we were talking about Taylor and when we were talking about Travis. It's always fascinating to me, sort of this nuance or sort of this the interpersonal dynamics, right, of this negotiation, which are okay. I'm over here, you're over there. Our attorneys are over here. We're talking about 50 million jets. And then, she's going to counter with, I want, 3 luxury cars and, $480,000 a month. Right. And I want a different $10 million, whatever the number is. Higher. But then like it doesn't get done in one day. No, this goes on, right? And so then it's like, okay, well, we'll come back. And so you're like, okay, well, you want to go get lunch?
Let's go keep planning our wedding.
Right.
So that's the juxtaposition. It's one day you're planning your wedding, and then the next day you're planning for your divorce.
Right. And I'm not saying you can't do it. I think that's a really interesting dynamic. I think it's one of the dynamics that really prevents people from engaging in this process, which is, how do we handle that? We don't want to do that. That feels icky. That feels difficult, right? We don't want to create, you're in the honeymoon phase and you don't want to create tension or drama or whatever it is. That makes sense?
Sure. And I know that this has just been leaked and these are just, they're unverified.
Right.
But I would venture to say that with people that have that much net worth, the conversation happened before they got engaged.
Yeah.
And I'd venture to say a lot of the terms were probably hashed out in advance as well.
Yeah.
Because it kind of ruins the honeymoon phase if you start talking about money and divorce right away.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also to say, will you marry me? Yes. Okay, now will you sign a prenup is also kind of crummy.
Right. And I just think it's an interesting thing. I think that's
because the ring is a gift.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't want to do it and not be able to get it back.
Yeah. So I just think that's interesting. Again, like we previously said, I don't think you have to be a billionaire, right? These are two instances of being billionaires. 3 instances, I guess. We talked about Bezos last time too, didn't we? So that was a deal. So, I don't think you have to, you don't have to be a billionaire. You don't even have to be a millionaire, really, to be honest with you, to sit down and do a prenup. But it is a good way to kind of ensure that you know and understand what that separation piece is going to look like, right?
Yeah,
If in the event of divorce, you can plan on that, and and for a lot of people, a lot of times in the divorce process, it's a lot of emotions, and a lot of the emotions are fear, and that fear comes from the unknown. So in the event, you can take away some of that by simply doing it at the forefront. I just find that most people are unwilling to do it.
And I've noticed a lot more recently in prenup and even sometimes postnup consults that I've done. It's not necessarily high net worth or high, potential community estates that is the concern. It's second marriages where you've got kids, so you're getting remarried, but you already have kids from a prior relationship, and you want to make sure that your kids' finances are as secured as possible and their future is secured, and that you're not potentially giving away something that you had or that you're earning to your new spouse in the event of a divorce.
Because you've got either adult kids or kids are older, right?
Even if they're little
they're
kids.
teenagers,
If something happens,
yeah.
you want to make sure that your kids are taken care of and the stuff that you've worked for that they get to benefit from.
Right. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. We'll do what?
Can't get married as a throuple, so prenup doesn't exist.
Oh, you can't get married. See, I threw him a curveball. What do you think about that? Look at it. This one over
You
here.
can't get married as a throuple?
It's not a recognized thing because the states don't allow multi-marriages to multiple people.
You can only be married to one other human.
We'll see.
Here's one for you. You ready? Married couple wants to get in a throuple.
Thruple.
Thruple.
I think you called it a throuple and then a thruple.
A throuple.
Just thruple, fool.
I like toaster strudels. Now I'm hungry again.
My sister ate those when we were little.
All right.
They're gross.
Legal arrangements and agreements that can be made between a throuple, but it says that marriages are not legally recognized.
Well, all right. Yeah. And that's what I was about to get to. You got two people that are married, and then you kind of have to have sort of a post-nup, right? Because you're already married. So then you have a post-nuptial agreement.
You're saying if you bring someone in.
Because you're bringing someone else in, and then basically have contractual agreements. But those contractual agreements would only be hypothetically through the two married couples or to the two married parties. And
you can have the contract with the third party.
yeah, but
It just
the
won't play out in
divorce,
divorce court.
the divorce won't play out. So. All right. If I can figure out how to pronounce thruples, nailed it.
Why are we thrupling?
I don't know. I don't know. Hey,
Is it with Ronaldo? Because that's fine.
Maybe that's our new marketing thing, guys. Watch out! An entire new service coming down the line for thruples and contractual agreements for thruples. Huh? I'm not laughing. I know those exist. I know that people out there are doing that, and I'm making a little bit of light about it and being making some comments in jest about it. But the truth of the matter is that I think that's the interesting part is that when you're married, you can work through the different concepts or different constructs that are going on, and there are things like prenups and postnups that you can use to do that. And again, it's not about money or socioeconomic status or anything like that. You can sit down and do this in different capacities, and so, but it does require two of them to come to an agreement.
Fun fact.
Yes.
Some polyamorous families create LLCs to
deal with, and that's what I was about to say.
That makes sense.
It almost
So you
makes
create
sense.
a business.
Yeah, it makes more sense to do because you can contractually do that. Then you get into an argument of whether or not that business is a third party entity that can be right. That's what a marriage is. It's running a business. You're running a house. You're running things. You're running a checkbook, right? You got your capital, right? You got a house. You got cars. You got accounts.
You don't have a checkbook.
I don't have
do you?
anything. I'll tell you that right now.
You said it like it was a thing you knew about. I just want to make sure you didn't have any. Okay.
I'm just saying. No, but that does make sense to me. For particularly in situations like that, I think setting up a business would be an interesting concept to do it and manage it. And then you can contractually have the things. You wouldn't be in divorce court, you would be in civil court to effectuate that and just be like a partnership buyout or dissolution of the LLC at the end of it. So That to me, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great idea.
Or they just live happily ever after.
As I said earlier with Travis and Taylor on last episode, I believe in love. I think they'll love each other forever and ever. Amen. How long do you think Georgina and Ronaldo? I guess Ronaldo, he's 40. He's probably got what, 5 more years? How old's Messi? Is Messi like he's what? Messi's got to be like 38. Wow, Ronaldo's older. Yeah, Ronaldo's 40. What do you think? He's got 2-3 more years? Yeah, more 5 years. So yeah, it's probably about the same thing. I figured he'd be around for about 5 more years. That sort of stuff. Did they say? Does it say anywhere where they're going to get married or no?
I think it's a little early.
Ooh. What if they did
I
a
don't think
joint
that's leaked
wedding?
yet.
What if they did a joint wedding
With Taylor Swift
Taylor
and Kelsey.
and Kelsey? You think they'd do that?
No,
Why?
because
Why not?
why would you share in the spotlight on your day?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, there is a rumor that it's going to be in Portugal.
yeah,
In late 2026 after the World Cup finals.
yeah. He's got. I was gonna say he's got World Cup.
He's kinda
Yeah,
busy.
Yeah, he's busy. So that's fair. That's a fair deal.
So she gets to do a lot of the wedding planning.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I still think the way we did it was great.
Yeah,
You had 3 vetoes.
I had 3 veto to let you do
That
the
was
thing.
it.
Yeah,
Remember?
was
It
good.
was, do you want to be involved in the details or not? Nope. Okay. You get 3 vetoes on anything you want, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. It's good. I'll use one of them. I think 2 of them.
Maybe.
What did you beat
I
now?
don't know that we can say that here.
I don't think we need to get those details, brother.
I think I didn't specifically line out what those vetoes were for enough in advance.
As a man who makes a living with words, she didn't do enough to cover on that one. So,
Got screwed.
so anyway, I'll leave it at that. I do think though, it's really interesting though, as we see more and more of this, and you see people going through the prenups and getting married and that sort of stuff. I think it's interesting, the terms. And I know it's salacious, and this is why we're talking about it. There's, it's in the news, it's in social media, that sort of stuff. But I do think at the end of the day, it's definitely something people should think about. I know we joked last time a little bit about the percentage of marriages that last. We talked a little bit about how the state does things to try to promote marriage, that sort of stuff. And, the truth of the matter is, at best, it's a 50-50 shot. And so
It's 55-45.
I know it's 55-45, but I'm saying at best.
It's 55.
And
best.
and so I believe in love.
It's just
okay,
math.
I believe in love.
You
I
can
do
believe all you
I
want
do
as a
believe,
divorce lawyer,
I do believe
husband.
In love. I do believe in love, but I do think it's interesting. I think you'll see more and more of this. I think it makes sense. As you particularly with professionals, and when you have a multi-professional family and you got kids and all the things, it's a little bit easier.
Most important part is just like you always say, use words.
Use words, right? Say the words up front. And I know there's a little bit of uncomfortableness on that front side, and we talked about those nuances. But man, I think it's worth it. Prevents a lot of stuff on the back end. Makes it a little bit easier. By the way, people still fight about it afterwards, even though there's a prenup, but it's a little bit different fight. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I promise that'll be the last sports ball talk for
At least one.
one episode, 2
Maybe.
episodes.
I don't know that.
But we'll get back to
We're
that.
not really in charge. It's Josh.
That's fair. I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate y'all tuning in every week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.